everyone, it is Nyrisha the Growth Coach, and I am back with another nice growing space. And remember, my mission is to share my growth journey in hopes to inspire you on your growth journey. So today is True Growth Tuesday, and today's topic is dealing with mom guilt. Y'all, now I'm gonna try not to make this video super long because I feel like it's just so many layers to mom guilt, and it's not something that is really talked about, and also we're not really given any tools or any ways to cope with it. And so hopefully I can share some of my experience with you all, and then as well as give you guys some different tools to help you cope, or at least I'll share with you the things that I do to help me cope, and hopefully that they can help you. So first things first, if you don't know, I've been a mom for 9 years now to my little Jordy. She's 9 years old. She's the one that made me a mom. I became a mom when I was 19. So when I was 19, I was in college. I was in college full time. I didn't have a job or anything of that nature. But my pregnancy was unplanned. And at that time, my boyfriend, which is now my husband, he was the only one that was working. We were both living with our moms, and that's what it was. And so once I found out that I was pregnant, I went and found a job within like a month. I kid you not. Within about a month of finding out I was pregnant, I got a job. And me and my then boyfriend, he actually saved up the money to find us a place to stay, and then I got the job to help pay the bills. So I was pregnant during this whole time, and then after I had her, I continued to go to school full time. I continued to work full time, and it was challenging. It was so hard, especially being a first time mom. I didn't really want to be away from my daughter, but I knew I had to do what I had to do so that I can provide her with a better life. At that time, I was going to school to become a OB nurse. I wanted to help deliver little babies. As you see, years later, that wasn't really my calling. That wasn't really my purpose at the time that I thought it was. So I definitely was working towards that. And so, I learned to, I would say, do different things. So when I started to see that working full time and going to school full time was a lot, and I was going to school in person, I was going inside the classroom, and so that was starting to be really overwhelming and becoming a lot for me and for my family. I felt like I was away from my child way too much, and I didn't like that. So I eventually decided to go ahead and do half and half. Do 2 classes online and do 2 classes in person. That way it didn't require me to be away from home so much. And that worked for me. And that was something that I continued to do for a while. And, we were able to navigate through that. And then I would say a couple of years ago, I decided that I wanted to become an entrepreneur. I wanted to start my own business. And so me and my business mother, my mother-in-law, we decided to start our own natural skincare line / cosmetics. I don't know if y'all know, but yes, that was my first business. It wasn't as successful as we planned it, but it was what it was. We went to school and we started our business. And when I tell you, I know that a lot of entrepreneurs, some people have the mindset of, I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to start my own business so that I can be in charge of my own schedule, so that I can do whatever I want to do when I want to do it. And yes, that is part of it. However, when you become an entrepreneur, it's still a lot of time that you're spending on getting your business up and running and keeping it going. And that was also something that I didn't necessarily anticipate or consider. So I was always working, and I was working at my full-time job, and then getting off that full-time job and working on my business, whether it was business meeting, whether it was working on products, whether it was marketing, going to different vending events. I was always working. And at this time, my daughter, she's old enough. She's old enough to ask questions. She's old enough to see what's going on. And so anytime I was going somewhere, I was doing something, Mommy, where are you going? Mommy, where are you going? First, little side note, I don't know why these kids these days think that they can ask you where you going and what you doing. Back in my day, You couldn't do that. I wish I would ask my mom where she was going or what she was doing. But anyways, I digress. So she would ask me, where are you going? I tell her, I'm going, we're going to go have a business meeting, or we're going to a vending event, or we're doing this, or we're doing that in regards to our business. She will say, you're always working. You always have a meeting. You always are going to this, and you're always doing that. And when I tell you guys, that would just break my heart into little pieces, because I know she wants me there, even though she ain't even doing nothing. We're not doing nothing. She just wants me there. She wants me to be in her life. She wants me to just be around. And good thing my husband is, my husband's there to be with her, but of course she wants her mommy. She wants all of us to be together. We're all really super attached also. So that was a challenge for us. So she would always be disappointed in regards to me always working and me always doing different things. And a lot of the times we did do our best to include her. So if we were in the grind room, that's what we called our room, where we would make our products. If we were in there and there were small things that she could do, that she could help us with, we would hire her for the time. And let me tell y'all, she got fired so many times. Like, she was not a good worker, but whatever. So, but we would do our best to include her in whatever processes that we could, so that way she could still spend time with me. And so fast forward to now. For 9 years, I was a mother of 1, and now I'm a mother of 2. And I believe in my comeback video, I talked about not wanting to get off maternity leave, because I knew that once I got my motivation back, once I got my vision clear again, and once I hit the ground running, I wasn't going to stop. And I knew that I was not going to be able to be in my little baby's life, AJ, my little precious boy, my little sweet boy. I knew I wasn't going to be able to be there 24/7. And I just like with Jordan, I just wanted to be there all the time. The good thing about this situation is I am working from home, so I'm still around him. But again, it's still not my full undivided attention. And so now having to navigate being a mom of 2, being an entrepreneur, working full time, it's really hard, because it's so many different things that I have to do on top of making sure that I am present in my kids' life. And I have a fear of just missing out on their big milestones. Jordan is getting older. Jordan is learning new things. Jordan is becoming, going to be hitting puberty soon, and growing into a young lady. And then AJ, he's 7 months today. He's 7 months. So he's learning so many new things, and I'm not able to be there for all of those things. And it saddens me. It makes me feel guilty that, are you spending too much time on these things? Are you spending too much time on those things? And it's really hard to cope with. I am extremely grateful that I have my husband who's the stay-at-home dad right now. He does a phenomenal job with taking care of our son full time. He's fully responsible for him when I'm working. I'm so grateful that, we have a situation to where our son doesn't have to go to daycare. He is being taken care of by one of his parents or his grandparents at all times. So we're very fortunate to be able to have that situation. However, it doesn't take away the fact that it's not me taking care of him all the time. I'm the mom, and I know stay-at-home dads are not common, and I know dads are not considered the primary caregiver in a lot of situations, but in this situation, that's our current scenario, and I'm extremely grateful for it. But as a mom, I want to be there. I want to be the one that's taking care of my baby and providing him the sole care all the time. But unfortunately, that's not for me, and that's not for us at that time. So at this time, I mean. And so what do I do? How do I cope? And how do I change my mindset? And how do I deal with the mom guilt? How do I deal with working 8 hours at my full-time job, taking a 2-hour break, and then I'm back working on my coaching business or speaking or on my YouTube? How do I cope with that? What are the things that I do? So one of the first things spending quality time. I make sure that I spend quality time with my little babies. So with AJ, of course, he's not really aware of quality time. So, but I do, try to have as much fun with him and connect with him and bond with him and spend time with him that's uninterrupted, where I'm not on my phone or where I'm distracted and doing other things. I try to give him all of my attention when I'm able to. And the same thing with Jordan. I definitely, whenever I do certain things that she likes to do. My little girl is extremely creative. She loves anything that can broaden her creativity, whether that's arts and crafts, whether it's drawing, painting, makeup, nails, dancing. She loves it all. And some of the things I don't technically mess with, but I do my best to engage in those activities with her and give her my undivided attention, to where if she's doing my makeup, I'm not on the phone. I'm talking to her about things that she likes. If, we love to play Just Dance together, and we'll play that for, X amount of time, to where we're spending quality time together. So even though I may not be able to spend a lot of time with them, or the amount of time that I would like to, the time that I do spend with them, I make sure it is of quality. If we're having movie time, Jordy loves movie night. So we like to get all of our snacks and, pile up on our sectional and just, eat snacks and watch movies and talk through the whole movie about what's going on. And that is just something that she truly loves. So I definitely do my best to try to make sure we have our movie nights and we have our creative time. And, one of the things is speaking your kids' love language. Good thing is quality time is Jordan's love language. So I make sure that I speak it as often as I can, to where, she knows that I love her. And eventually when AJ gets older, the same thing. And so if you know your kid's love language, speak your kid's love language whenever possible. Because I know for me, the last thing I ever want is to be working so hard, to be doing all of these different things to better my family, than them not, and then to end up for them to think that I do not love them, or they don't feel my love. I'm sure my kids will always know that I love them, but I want my kids to feel that I love them. So I do my best to speak my children's love language. Of course, AJ, not so much. I don't. And the next thing is, I have fun. I have so much fun. Me and my family, we have so much fun together when we're together, whether it's, us going, if I'm cooking dinner or somebody's doing something. I'm extremely goofy. I am the person that likes to play pranks on people. I like to laugh, dance, sing, off tune, all types of stuff through, in and out of our home. And Jordan and my husband, he be too cool for school sometimes, but me and Jordy for sure are like always on it, always dancing, always doing something fun, keeping the laughs and the giggles throughout our home. Now that AJ's here, me and her is like a two-woman show, entertaining him all the time. And of course my husband jumps in whenever he feels like he don't want to be too cool. But we have fun, and that's so important to me, because I know I am especially raising a young lady, and especially having certain expectations for my daughter. I know I can be hard on her. I know I'm just tough on everybody around me. So I try my best to be lighthearted. I try my best to still have fun with everybody, and to just enjoy life, and to show people that, to show my family that it doesn't have to be serious all the time. It doesn't have to be always about goals. It doesn't have to always be about productivity, because trust me, I get on their nerves. I know I get on their nerves so much, but I mean well. I really do, y'all. I mean well. Just like I get on their nerves and I want the best from them, I want the best for y'all too, which is why I do these videos. So that way you guys can get a glimpse in my life and my journey, and see the things that I'm battling and I'm overcoming every single day, so that you guys too can understand and to know and can feel that whatever challenges that you guys are up against every single day, you can also overcome it. And so the next thing is, I remind Jordan of my why. Why am I doing all of this? Why is mommy working so much? Why is mommy always gone? Why is mommy head always in a book or in a video or on her phone? It's because I am providing my children with a better life. And when I say a better life, I'm giving them freedom. I am going to work so hard and I'm going to be so successful that my children will be able to be free. They will, and when I say free, I mean free of the worries of finances or having to go out and to just get a job because it's a means to an end or because they just have to provide for their family. I am going to make it to where my children do not just have to get a plain old 9 to 5. I want my daughter to be able, we joke and say that she's going to be a struggling artist because she lacks discipline and focus, but we say that because she just loves art. But I want my daughter to, if she wants to be an artist, I want her to be able to be an artist. If she wants to be a nail tech, I want her to be able to be a nail tech. If she wants to be a dancer, I want her to be able to be a dancer. I don't want her to have to put her dreams or her purpose on a back burner because she has to worry about finances. She has to worry about taking care of, she has to worry about paying bills and different things of that nature, because that's not the way to live. There's so many financial anxieties and different things of that nature that I currently experience, that my husband experienced, that we do not want our children to experience. So it is extremely important that I work hard today so that my kids can focus on walking in their purpose when they discover it, and that can be their focus, and they can make their money and they can make their life and they can provide for their family with their purpose from jump, not making a means to an end or just doing things so that way they can just provide. So I remind Jordan of this as often as I can, and I'm honest with my daughter. I'm very open, I'm very direct, and I let her know exactly what it is that I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And the last thing is include your babies if possible. Include your children if you can. Now that Jordan is older, I definitely include her. If I'm doing a photo shoot for my business, I have her come along with me. She helps. She works for me, basically. If I'm going to be doing a workshop and it's appropriate for her to be there, I have her there. I include her in everything that I can. So one, she can see me working. She can see how hard I work. She can see the time and the effort that I'm putting into my purpose and walking in my purpose and making my dreams a reality. So that way I'm her example of what hard works look like. But then I'm also able to spend time with her. I'm able to talk to her. I'm able to teach her in the moments that I am still working. I've attended different workshops, not even necessarily workshops that I'm facilitating, but I've brought her to different workshops because she's old enough and she's well behaved. She's not in there doing anything crazy. I remember I used to attend something called the Bag Talk series, where it is giving you it's educating you on how to protect the brand and how to protect your business. Jordan has attended one of those, and when I tell you she learned from that, she learned from it. And she would, even until this day, she still points out different things in regards to what she learned from that workshop. So it has even been extremely beneficial. So mom guilt is real. Mom guilt is not talked about enough. It needs to be talked about way more. I know my situation is my situation. I am extremely fortunate and blessed to share this journey with my husband, with the spouse that is able, to share this load with me. However, I'm aware that my situation is different from other people's, and I know that there are single moms out there that have everything on their plate, that have to do everything. So if my situation is not identical to yours or similar to yours, and you're like, look, I get that those are the ways that you cope, but I need some different ways, reach out to me. Let me know what your situation is, and we can brainstorm together on how you can cope with your mom guilt, how you can spend time with your kiddos. So if you found value from this video, as always, make sure you subscribe, because you want to subscribe. You want to get notified every Tuesday when I have a new video, because I'm bringing you guys value. At least that's what God is telling me. So y'all got to tell me. Make sure y'all comment, make sure you like, make sure you share, these videos. And until next time, wait, psych. I want you to also comment what's something you do. Tell me something that you do to help cope with your mom guilt, or something that you may want to do, or if you are just completely lost, you're like, I don't know what to do. I am stuck in my mess. I am stuck in my head. I am stuck in this dark place and I cannot get out of it, because that happens to us sometimes, to where we are in the weeds of things. We are in the weeds and we have to be able to pull our head up out of there to see. And sometimes we need somebody else to help us pull us out. So if that's you, reach out to me. Let me know. I am here to help, give you ideas and all of that. You guys have a great day.